Imagine you reach, let's say, 50, and you look back at your life and you realize that you wasted it away and you couldn't or you didn't live the life that you desired and dreamed of just because you allowed what others have to say, outside voices, to hold you back, to prevent you from being the you that you dreamed about. Allow outside voices and things people have to say, people's opinions, to hinder you from doing what it is that that you loved and what you're passionate about. Just imagine that. We only have one go around, one go around. And once it's done, it's done. We cannot live this short, uncertain life to please others. It's your life. Your life is supposed to be ordered by you. It's supposed to be written by you, not by the thoughts of others, not by the opinions of others. No, your life is yours and nobody else's. So whatsoever it is that you want to do, whatsoever it is that you're passionate about, whatsoever it is that you feel called to do, no matter what, you don't have to stick to one thing. There's so many stuff that you can do to contribute towards this world, to make this world a better place. So you don't have to allow outside voices or people's opinions to dictate that for you. It is your reality, not theirs. All of us have our own lives to live and our own reality. Nobody is supposed to be living anybody else's reality. Once you allow others to interfere with your life and your reality, then that's where your show stops, because once you allow that to happen, you will never live a life that is fulfilling to you. And when you get old, or even at death, you will realize that you lived your life because of the thoughts and orders and opinions and what everyone has to say about you or tell you to do. That's a life that's not worth living. That's a life that's really suck. Imagine living to please others. That life really sucks. That's a sad life. You don't want to live like that. You don't want to live like that at all. Hi, I'm Nicola Celine Machiavelli. Welcome back to my channel. I am a big people pleaser. I realized that I used to live for the opinions of others or what others think of me. Whenever I'm doing anything, the first thing that will come to my mind is, what are they gonna think about it? What are they gonna think about me? But now, this me today, I don't care, because living in I looked back at my past and I realized that most of the stuff that I've done, it's because of the influence of others. And where's it brought me? Honestly, where has it brought me? Nowhere. So now I'm trying to find myself, trying to understand myself, trying to heal myself and to follow my heart and do whatsoever it is that is on my heart. I just pray about it, and if it's God's will, I allow Him to lead me into it. So I don't have any time to care about what others have to think or say about me whenever I do whatever I'm doing these days. I don't care, because I know that my life is short and uncertain. I don't know how long I have left on this world to live, and I don't know how old I'm going to be when I die. I don't know what my future looks like, but I know that I can create one for myself, or I can at least try to, because even if I don't, live to say, let's say, God forbid, but 30, I know that at least I tried, and I tried to take myself out of, I tried to be the me that I, dreamt about. I tried to follow my dream at some point. I tried to follow my heart, living a life that is fulfilling to me and living a life that is pleasing to me. That's a life of fulfillment. Not living a life to, please others, not living, based on what others are going to have to say about it. Because you see, when you allow people's opinions to affect you, then you're just going to live a life that is, it's like you're a puppet. So imagine people controlling you and telling you do this because I think that would be better for you. I'm going to use an example that people normally would tell me. People always tell me, most persons tell me, that I would be more fitting if I was a nurse. Nurse looks good on me. I should try to be a nurse. I don't want to be a nurse. And I have made up my mind that I will not be a nurse because I just don't want to be a nurse. Imagine if I do actually listen to them and be a nurse. I know I'm not going to be happy. Right now, I am, at a place in my life where I'm not happy, and I can change it. So imagine if I put myself in another situation that I'm not happy about. I'm drowning. I'm literally going to drown myself because of the orders of others. That's not a life worth living, guys. That's not a life worth living, and you should not be doing that to yourself. we are supposed to be we're supposed to be creatives. Create a life that is in alignment to, our heart's desire. We're supposed to follow, we have passions and, dreams for a reason. No one will see or understand your dreams like how you do, because they're yours. Everybody else has different dreams. There are people who are living and fulfilling their own dreams and still telling you what to do with your life like it's theirs. That's none of their business. They have no business doing that. You cannot allow people to have that control over you, because they don't want nobody to tell them what to do. So they have no business telling you what to do with your life. If you feel led to do anything whatsoever, and they're like, that's not a good idea, that's not gonna work out for you, please, first of all, whenever you're doing anything, always seek opinion from yourself first. Always ask yourself, is this something that I love? Will I be happy when I'm doing this? Will this be fulfilling to me? Will it contribute towards this world to make it better? Think about those stuff. And if it is, then by all means go for it, because it's something that you're passionate about. And once you're passionate about something, you love it and you're going to be good at it. Even if you aren't good at it, once you practice and apply the diligence and discipline and love into it, over time it's going to get better, because it's something that you love. It's something that you're passionate about. Always pursue whatsoever it is that you love. Always pursue whatsoever it is that rests on your heart. If you want to get into music, go and do it. Even if it is that you're say for instance that you're into sports. If you're into sports and you still want to go into music, you can do both. Never stop limiting yourself. Stop limiting yourself because of others, and stop limiting yourself because of yourself. You can do anything as long as you put your mind to it and you know how to manage your time and balance between everything. It's all about balance and time management and discipline. Anything you want, you can once you put your mind to it, you can do it. Stop allowing people and fear of what people are going to say about you stop you. That's another thing too. Most of us are fearful of what people think about us. We are fearful of what people has to say about us. We have no business thinking about what people are going to think about us, because that's just how people are. No matter what you do, people are always going to have bad or good things to say. That's just how I learned that the hard way, and it's so sad, because I was such an extreme people pleaser that I would do things to please people. So whenever it is that I try to be perfect, and I try to live a orderly life, and I try to carry myself with grace, and whenever I do, people either think that I'm better than them, or I'm uptight. Imagine me, Nicola, thinks that I'm better than people. I'm not like that. I would never, God knows, I have never had that thought in my mind to think that I'm better than anybody. I have always think of us to be equals. So when people come to me and tell me, you think that you're better than people, that's just rude, because who are you? That's their opinion. First of all, back in the day, it used to offend me, because I'm like, who are you to say that? You have no right to, dictate who I am when I know I am otherwise. But then I'm like, you know what? That's people, because I've been through it. And I know that that's how people are. People are going to tell you things about yourself that are untrue. No one knows you more than yourself. So stop allowing people to pour in their negativity into you. And you dump out their negativity and start pouring more positivity into yourself. No one knows you like you do. So never allow outside voices to tell you otherwise about yourself. Stop allowing yourself to be in fear of what people have to think about it. Because no matter what you do, if you try to do one thing, people are going to tell you something negative about it. If you try to do something positive, it's just the same. When you do one thing, it's another, and when you do something else, it's another. So you can't really please people, because people cannot be pleased, and I've learned that the hard way, and it really sucks. So I'll just draw back and be like, I'm gonna do me, because living to please people is not it. When I go north, they say I go south, and when I go south, they say I go north, which is just weird. So I just start living my life for me, because at the end of the day, that's fulfilling to me. Living my life to please others wasn't fulfilling, because I wasn't pleasing anybody. I was just constantly hurting myself. So I stopped and I withdraw, and I'm just living for me, because my life is mine and I have one life to live, and once I die, they're gonna be there still. So my life is my life. My life is my reality. I cannot allow people to interrupt my life with their problems and their opinions of me, and I cannot allow me being fearful of them to hold me back, because bro, like, what people thinking about you is gonna do for you, honestly. If you allow yourself to be crippled with fear of what people are gonna think about you whenever you do something that's so stupid, that's not gonna work for you. You see, when you allow people to start dumping their negativity into you, and you take it, that's when you lose, because the energy that you're giving out is their negativity. You're pouring it out into what you want to do. So you've got to, cut it out. Cut out all of the negativity. Cut out all the toxic people, all the persons that don't support whatever you're doing. Cut them off. As long as they are not with you, just cut them off. Cut them off. And, well, you can keep and accept those that are pouring into you and pouring positivity and feeding you positivity, because that's what you need. You don't need any negativity. You don't need anybody outside negativity to hinder your light. You need to be shining and not allowing these people to be dimming you with their negativity. So allow yourself to shine. Have faith in yourself and believe in yourself, because no matter how many persons believe in you, as long as you don't believe in yourself, then whatever you're doing is going to be in vain. You have to believe in yourself. You cannot allow people to interrupt you having faith or having belief in yourself, because if you seek validation from others and you allow yourself to be allow your credits or your validation to be fluctuated by the thoughts of people, then you're just you're living like a puppet. You're living like a puppet. Like, whenever they control you with your fingers, you do whatever it is, because whatever they say, that's what you do. Whatever their thoughts is, that's what controls you. So that really is a sad life to live. You don't want to live pleasing people. You want to live for yourself. You want to live to your highest potential, and not many persons are going to go with you there. In order for you to kind of just make it to where you want to go, you kind of have to just cut off all of those persons. Cut off all of those persons, because you cannot carry negativity with you, and you will not grow with negative energy. You need positive energy to grow, and in order for you to grow, you need to keep the positive and let go of the negative. So yes, stop allowing people to dictate your life. Stop allowing your life to be led by people's opinions. I have been saying the same thing over and over, but I have to just drill it in your heads, because I have to be drilling this into myself constantly, and I have to be listening to other motivational speakers to drill this into me, because it's something that cannot change overnight. You need to hear this constantly and learn from your experience in life to understand that this is a real thing. If you allow yourself to be crippled by the fear of what others have to say about you, then you will not excel in whatsoever you put your heart and your mind to. You will live a losing life, and you don't want to live a losing life. Whatsoever you put your mind to, you will not get it, just because you're worried about, what if it doesn't work out? What if she's right? What if he's right? What if it doesn't work out for me? That's a life that sucks, and you don't want to live a life like that. So I just stopped by for a few minutes to say that. I hope that I have drilled it in your head enough to stop allowing yourself to seek validation from others. Stop living your life to please others. Never allow anyone to, anyone's opinions to hinder you, because their opinions is just opinions. It's not facts. You hold the facts about yourself. You know more about yourself than others. You know what you're capable of. No one knows what you're capable of but you. And if you allow what others think that you're capable of to, affect you, then what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? If no one has ever told you this before, let me be the first to tell you that your condition is not your conclusion, okay? Your condition is not your conclusion. You have the power to change the narrative of your life if you want. You have the ability to change the narrative of your life if you want to. The only person who's limiting you is yourself, your very own self. Nothing is impossible. Once there's a will, there is a way. Try everything that you can. Try. There has to be something. Try. Use your resources. Use your phone, the internet. Find a way. Work. Whatever it is that you have to do. Do something. Accepting yourself and accepting your situation. Stop accepting your condition. Stop settling when you can be so much more. The calling in you is great because you're meant to be someone great. Calling in you is great because you're meant to fulfill your dreams. The calling in you is there. You won't stop stressing or feeling uncomfortable. You won't stop being depressed until you fulfill that desire, until you fulfill that dream. So step into it. Become it.
Make it a reality. It's not impossible. You can do it. I saw a quote this morning that reads, your purpose is greater than the fear that limits you. Be bold enough to dream and be brave enough to try. So profound. Like, the only person holding back is yourself. And you need to believe in yourself. Your condition is not your conclusion. Whatsoever you believe and you set your mind to, you can do it. You can do it. Your condition is not your conclusion. Stop allowing fear to hold you back. Stop finding excuses. Do what you have to do. Believe in yourself and go do it. Stop allowing yourself to be consumed by depression because you're stuck in a life that is not meant for you, a life that is not fulfilling to you. You are not fulfilling your calling because you're allowing yourself to be held back by your own fear. If you want to stop being stressed and depressed, then step into your thoughts and take action. Do something. Do something. Once there's a will, there's a way. It's not impossible.
I hope that you were inspired by this. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.